Eli from the Book of Eli is one of the most underrated swordsmen. My man is fighting out here with the machete, but the way he does it with such showmanship, chef's kiss. I love the scene where he enters the bar and he's just trying to get a drink of water, and we see like, okay, it's a dystopian future, and here like money is different. Money is basically what you can barter and trade, and we see all the things that Eli has collected upon his travels. And there's a cat coming over, and Eli just kind of like backs the cat away a little bit, kind of shoos it away a little bit, and the cat hisses at him, and the bartender's like, okay, he's impressed with all the things that Eli has. He's like, all right, I'll get you some water. I got to cut into my own supply, but I got it for you. Just hang tight. All the while, there was a dude watching this thing go down. Dude walks up on Eli and he's like, that was my cat. Eli's like, fine specimen. He's just trying to, keep it cool. And then dude's like, I saw you knock him off the bar. And he was like, no, I didn't knock him. It was more of a shooing motion. Dude's like, you raised your hand at him, and Eli's like, okay, it won't happen again, I promise you. Even the bartender is trying to like calm the situation down. But dude wants to keep pressing the issue and telling Eli, yo, that cat has more of a right to be here than you does. He's been here for 2 years. Eli tells this dude, who's also Cheddar Bob, I now realize, from 8 Mile, hey, I don't want any trouble. But dude says, oh, that's too bad, because now you got one. Eli grabs his face, bangs it off of the bar counter in one smooth motion. Now I said he bounced it off the bar, but actually it ain't bounced. It stayed put, and Eli slowly bends down and gets in this dude's face and tells him, I know who you are. We actually saw Eli encounter this guy earlier when he was attacking travelers on the road and like assaulting them and robbing them. And Eli, he wanted to get involved, but he was telling himself, it's not your fight. You got a mission to complete. You gotta just stick to the past, stick to the past. What I find interesting though is that, he went about his mission when he got to the town and he was going into a shop for something, and he was gonna sit there and watch the merchant, get his shit. And he didn't go into this bar until he noticed that those same bikers were making their way into this bar. And now, here we are, as he tells this dude, yeah, I know who you are. You're a murderer of innocent travelers on the road. You are going to be held to account for the things you've done. Do you know that? Cheddar Bob is leaking from the mouth. This man is scared. Eli lets him up and he's like, it's okay. You're all right. You're okay. You're okay. Hey, you can tell by the way this dude is blinking SOS. Things are not okay. But Eli gets him standing up straight and tells him, I'm going to grab my things. I'm going to walk out of here. All right? And it seems like everything's okay. Like, dude learned his lesson. He's smiling. He's like, oh, yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. And Eli's like, okay. He's like, yeah, all right. Okay. Dude keels over. Eli's like, no. All right. And he looks around and everybody has noticed what happened. And Eli's like, okay. He turns around to get his backpack and his things. Again, everybody saw what happened. And Eli's like, all right, but if I just get my stuff and go, it's going to be all right. Takes his stuff and he goes toward the door and they all step in front of him. This shit is so cold because they all get in front of Eli. He spins around like, okay, surrounded on all sides. All right. And here's why Denzel was so perfect for this role, because I talked about the showmanship that Eli has when it comes to his sword fighting. Denzel might be the best Shakespearean actor on the face of the earth at this point in time to this day still. So when it comes to showmanship, of course he's going to have it in spades. And my man just places his book bag on the ground, and my man starts quoting scripture while taking off his gloves, saying, "Cursed be the ground for our sake." Everybody's looking around like, okay, what is he talking about? Nah, when dudes start talking shit you ain't ever heard or quoting shit you ain't ever heard, it's time to go. Eli's still talking that shit as he's getting ready to rock, saying both thorns and thistles it will bring forth for us. He's putting his gloves away and looking at everybody dead in the face while saying, for out of the ground we were taken, for the dust we are. And this shit is so cold because he places his hands behind his back and unsheathes his sword from below, which it's so awkward and unorthodox. Usually whenever someone carries a sword on their back, they unsheath it this way, but to go from below, it's like a magic trick. You see it appear out of nowhere, and I kept thinking he had it in his sleeve. Then I realized, oh, from behind, his sword is strapped this way with the handle at the bottom. It's such a such an unorthodox style, but it's so smooth with the way he draws it out and everybody knows, oh, we about to rock, and he says the final lines. Into the dust we shall return. And with that, they go out there and get it rocking. Eli parries a dude, takes 2 steps forward, and cuts one dude's head off. This man is so smooth with it. Dude comes at him, he grabs him, uses his body to get placed in front of a dude that was behind him. Dude gets stabbed. Eli stabs dude underneath that, turns dude he was holding around, cuts him across the throat. Eli is so quick with it that it almost feels like the camera can't keep up as it's spinning around to capture everything. A dude rushes in with a chair. Eli bypasses that. Another guy rushes in. Eli uses him as a shield to get hit by a dude that's using a pipe. Dude with the pipe hits a human shield. Eli spins dude around, cuts his throat. Dude with the pipe steps in. Eli pops his head off like it's a fucking Pez coming out of Pez dispenser. But it's a numbers game, and they're able to disarm Eli by kneeing his sword at his hand, but that doesn't stop him. He's like, all right, cool, we're gonna switch to hand then. Rock you in the fucking face. Now the dude tried to grapple him on his left, he breaks his shoulder. Eli then takes out a rag and is using that to disassemble motherfuckers. Dude comes in throwing a wild punch, he tangles him up, breaks his arm, gets him out the way. What I love about Eli's fighting is that he's not moving all the way around the room and anything like that. He's keeping his space and he's letting people enter his space and reacting. He's countering. His fight IQ is so high because he's using everybody's momentum against them. It's hard for them to keep up, and it feels like it's hard for us as the audience to watch what's happening too. It's like, goddamn, he's moving so quick, so fast. A dude steps to him with an axe. He's able to block the shot, take the axe, take dude out, turn behind him, get the dude that was beside him, block dude's attack, take his leg out from underneath him. The way he works is he's a fucking magician with this shit. Dude comes in at him again, parries that shit, hit across the face, hit to the body, discombobulates dude with his own moves before cutting him across the chest with the axe. Dude tries to attack him from behind, back fist, and everybody is laid the fuck out. Eli is looking around at the handiwork and he's about to end this shit as he raises the axe to come down on dude until the server shouts out, yo, stop, please. Eli complies, and then the big boss comes out and we see all the goons come out with their guns now and surround Eli, and the big boss is like, damn, he fucked everybody up. All right, yo, get this man a drink. And we see him looking up at the boss. Then he just drops the axe. This shit was so cold, man.